Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday. And if you will permit me, I would like to share what I shared with someone this morning, which would be Psalm 142. I woke up with a sense that somebody needed something. I don't know who you are or what you need, but I know that the King of the universe knows both of us better than we know ourselves. Psalm 142. I cried unto the Lord with my voice. With my voice unto the Lord did I make my supplication. I poured out my complaint before him. I showed before him my trouble. When my spirit was overwhelmed, are you feeling overwhelmed? I'm feeling overwhelmed. Whether it is family, in our minds, there's a battle going on in the mind. Many of you know that the fight with the devil is in the mind for the most part. When my spirit was overwhelmed within me, then thou knewest my path. He knows everything that we're going to do, think, say, where we're going to go ahead of us. He knows our path, whether it is a good path or a bad path. I dare say, I think one of the 7 things that he hates with the path is us running to go do something evil. That's one of the 7 things that he hates. Pardon my Rolodex mind, because one thing reminds me of something else. Feet that are swift to run to evil, something like that. When my spirit, again, Psalm 142 verse 3, when my spirit was overwhelmed within me, then thou knewest my path. In the way wherein I walked, have they privily or secretly laid a snare or trap for me? I looked on my right hand and beheld, but there was no man that would know me. Refuge failed me. No man cared for my soul. I cried unto thee, O Lord. I said, thou art my refuge and my portion. Thou art my refuge and my portion in the land of the living. Attend unto my cry. Help us, Lord. Help us as we're dealing with this situation, with this person. Help us, Father. Deliver me from my persecutors, for they are stronger than I. In some cases, they appear to be stronger than I, with the deception of the enemy. They appear to be. But how many of us know that God, for lack of better words, is a lot stronger than that? Oh, yes, he is. Bring my soul out of prison. I sense to say this too. Understand that God loves you. Understand that the King and Creator of the universe and of you loves you very much. His love is so tender and so vast. It's hard to attain unto that. I can't think of a better way to express that. But for a long time, I felt like a dead hunk of meat. I felt like nobody cared as I looked to the right or to the left. Honestly, in certain situations, you feel like you're going down the road all alone and silently with his arm around your shoulder. He's right there. Someone said to me that when you are at your lowest point, he's ever so much closer. By faith, you got to believe that. By faith, feel his loving arms wrapped around you. Feel that. Know that. In the midst of that cry, there is a cry that is a silent cry. You ever have a silent, muffled cry when you are so tired, you've been crying all night, and all you can get is a little muffled groan? He understands that groan. Yes, he does. Oh, yes, he does. I'm telling you now. Attend unto my cry, for I am brought very low. I never thought I'd do this. I never thought I'd go there. I never thought I'd deal with him. Sure enough, never thought I would deal with her. I never thought I would go back to that. For I am brought very low. I never thought I would get that angry again. I thought I was all done with that. Sometimes he's got to go deep. You got a lot of that out of you, but there's still a residue at the very bottom and pit of your soul that's got to come out. What do you think I'm dealing with? It's got to come out. That humbling yourself in the sight of the Lord. Attend unto my cry, for I am brought very low. Deliver me from my persecutors, for they are stronger than I. Bring my soul out of prison. Again, someone is saying it with me. Bring my soul out of prison. I'm trying to get this together to take care of that. Bring my soul out of prison. It could be a physical prison. It can be a mental prison. It can be a tearful, gut-wrenching cry of a prison. Bring my soul out of prison, that I may praise thy name. That's the key. A praising before, a praising during, praising after. Glory to the Most High. Bring my soul out of prison, that I may praise thy name. The righteous shall compass me about. I was trying to figure that out. So I'm out of this prison. I'm praising the Lord. If I'm sincerely praising the Lord, others that are righteous are saved by the grace of Yeshua, saved by the grace of Jesus Christ. They're also going to surround and praise with me. The 24 elders, as I speak, as you watch this, are praising him down. Glory, glory, down on their knees. Glory, glory. Oh, yes, indeed. Thy name, the righteous shall compass me about, for thou shalt deal how? Sparingly, just a little bit. Thou shalt deal bountifully. Bountifully. With me, beloved, bountifully. I would rather have peace as I wake up than $1 million. Peace. Peace. That enemy is a tormentor and has a lot of little imps and friends. I dare say imps, privates, sergeants, generals. I think it's an organized kind of thing. Yes, I do. The imps irk you in traffic with someone cutting you off. Speaking of dealing bountifully, I went last Friday for my I can never think of the word, basically showing you the company and the safety rules and going over the safety rules, that kind of orientation. There were about 9 of us, and next week I go on a shift that is not my shift, so that we can be trained for a week, and the following week I should start my normal shift. Oh, yes, indeed. And my son is still, he's being trained throughout the facility. My daughter-in-law leaves for a friend's house. We'll be there for 2 weeks, and we'll be here after that. Oh, yes, indeed. Deal bountifully with me. Lord, how are we gonna put this together? How are we gonna get that? Deal bountifully. Daughter, why are you doubting? What did it say on my apartment door in Carolina, that sticker above my door? With God, all things are possible. With the King, all things are possible. Yes, they are. if they are the desires within His will, if it is something that's not down the line not going to hurt you. Oh, yes, indeed. The humbling yourself. I recognize that I screwed up. Before even praying, Father, please forgive me. Again, for what I did, what I did, where I went, what I thought, where I went, what I did. Before you can present yourself before the throne of grace, which is an honor and a privilege. Beloved, it's a privilege to come before the throne of grace. It's a privilege. You think driving is a privilege? It's a privilege to go before Him. Oh, yes, it is. As I shared with someone this morning, Psalm 142. And I talked about the humbling yourself in the sight of Him. And said sometimes it's humbling yourself before a person, as I pointed to this person. And as they silently rubbed my hand in agreement, I heard someone say, I don't know how to describe it in the air, my head. Nobody loves me. Yes, somebody does. He does. The most important does. He loves you. You are not alone. You're not. The spirit realm is a heck of a lot bigger. What you can't see is a lot bigger than what you can see. I'm telling you, daughter. I'm telling you, son, grandma, and grandpa, and child. I'm telling you. I would like to thank you so very much. Kim Rose. Kim Rose, I love you. Take it one step at a time, dear heart. And Marnie and Grandma Cheep Cheep. Miss Marcy. Miss Jeannie. Sonic Grace. How you doing, brother? Mama Rosa. Miss Risa Richardson. I love you all so very much. I thank you so much for watching. You're not alone, my friends. You're not alone.